other things, and was fortunate to grab the staircase that you see just prior to the train bridge, and he hung onto that, was able to climb up to the top step to safety, then was reunited with some of the rescue folks.
That was in Howard County?
Howard County police officer.
How long did you do?
Only a couple of years.
Any additional information about additional injuries? It seems that despite the horrific damage downtown, injuries are pretty minor.
As far as injuries, I mean, most of them were obviously were minor in nature, except for what we're dealing with now with this person.
With the officer on his comments.
And he was down here, initially he was monitoring the level of the stream up above at Rogers Avenue and Main Street, and then he went to relieve another officer down below here at the bridge, and then he was navigating traffic, trying to get people out of the area and up to higher ground up here. And then when someone yelled from the side building that they needed some assistance in getting out and evacuated. Well, certainly we're thankful, not just for the first responders, but there's also a lot of individuals who are down here that provided that same level of heroic activities of pulling people out, providing that security, getting them to higher ground, and moving them. Unfortunately, many of them had been here in 2016, and here they are again, doing the exact same thing. We saw a lot of heroic things from people in 2016, and we saw it again here in 2018, in addition to the first responders who responded down here to help.
County Executive Gilman, a bigger picture question here. Given what happened in 2016, do you think Ellicott City should have been better prepared for this?
I think Ellicott City was as prepared as it could be. When you have a rain coming down as high as 8 inches or more over a certain period of time, terrible things happen. We found that out in 2016. You know, the people in Ellicott City are strong. They worked hard on their buildings to make it stronger. The people who own those buildings made them a lot stronger. But something like this is so devastatingly strong, it's just difficult to handle. So the people of Ellicott City are strong and resilient. I think that they've done nothing but everything that's in their power that they could do to improve themselves and their businesses. Right now, though, we're focusing on them and what we can do to help them and provide them with the services and resources they need. Before we continue, I want to have Director Irvin come up and talk about public works if he could, and then I'll let the federal representatives.
Good afternoon. We're working on two ends of the city to clean the roads up and also the parking lots, starting down here in Lower Main and also at the west end and work towards the middle. Hopefully the main roads will be cleared off today. There's a mountain of dirt on parking lots and we're trying to remove that. We're getting ready for the incident management team that's coming in. We're also working on some utility problems on College Avenue, Lonnie Branch. We have a major water main break. We're trying to provide temporary service to the residents of College Avenue. We also have a sewer line that was washed out on Lonnie Branch and we're trying to set up a temporary pump around that. So there's a lot of activity going on. You can hear from the noise. It's pretty much non-stop.
For those who do have water, is it safe to drink?
It is safe.
Just to follow up on the question before about 2016, can you give us a sense of what kind of efforts had been made after the 2016 flood and what kind of work was left to do when this latest flood hit?
Well, we have a major plan in place to upgrade the stormwater conveyance system in this area. We've been working pretty much non-stop on reconstructing the channels in the town that were all washed out in the previous storm. So we had to rebuild the stone walls, and we've also religiously cleaned out all the channels from debris, tree stumps, and to keep them with maximum capacity there. In fact, this was just cleaned out about 2 weeks ago. So, plus, there's a lot more in the works about up the size of the culverts in town and looking at other ways to mitigate the stormwater.
Could any of
Just to simplify, can you give us like a percent, like were you 50% of the way toward your goal? Like how much, just ballpark, how much had been done and how much was left to do?
But it never finished the stormwater management. I'd say we've completed maybe 30% of the things we wanted to get done, and there were major efforts. Building the stone wall and the stream is a significant challenge. It's not just one, multiple locations throughout town.
Also, I think it's important to know that we've also been working on design and engineering for stormwater retention facilities, I mean ponds. And we had gone through a lot of that effort to the point where we also now had construction funding to start working on those. So, you know, since 2016, in 22 months, we had done a lot of effort to get moving. It's just that you can't get that much done in 22 months. But we were well on our way to getting those facilities put together. We're also having a culvert, as the director said, on the west end to help a point where it's a pinch point where water seems to come over. And so we've been working on all of that. So I think it's important for people to realize it wasn't like we had not done anything. We've been working with engineers. We of course had to do studies. A hydraulic study was done right after the flood to basically understand where are the best places for us to work. And we did all of that, plus have design, plus have construction funds appropriated, plus have some of the stream walls being done. We had the Army Corps of Engineers come in and help us with ideas on how we can help our residents, our businesses. So there's been a lot of effort going on since 2016. It's just very difficult.
County Executive, two questions.
Yeah.
First, you announced a week ago today that sensors would be going on the creeks. Have they done any good? And number two, what should the business owners do? Should they rebuild?
With regard to the gauges, that's a partnership we have with the Department of Homeland Security and the National Weather Service, and they were designed to give us data to help us better understand how we could move forward with an alert system. So they were not an alert system of their own. They were helping us get data over the next 6 months to 1 year to help us get a better gauge on how we could do a better job. With regard to the business owners, my heart breaks for them. Most of them I know very, very well. We have spent a lot of time together over the last 2 or 3 years. And so they are going to have to make a tough decision, and I will support whatever decision they make. I'm not going to be one to tell you what they should do. I'm here to work with them and offer them whatever resources. I know our federal partners here are here as well to make sure they know that they have the support of the federal government and their offices to do whatever they can to help them with whatever decision they make. What I told the business owners when I was just up there said, whatever decision you make, I want to make sure that Howard County resources are helping you best at what that decision is. So I'd like to right now, if I could, to turn it over to Senator Cardin, then Senator Van Hollen, and then Congressman Sarbanes.
Well, first, last night was a horrific event. The amount of rain that fell in such a short period of time, causing floodwaters to occur without much notice in succession. It wasn't just one stream of water, and the elevations were so quick. This happened during a holiday weekend, and it was very busy in Ellicott City. So there were a lot of people at risk. The first priority in these events is to save life. And that's exactly what the first responders in Howard County did. And I congratulate Alan Kittleman and his entire team for being prepared to deal with the crisis with little notice and save life. And that was very apparent from the stories that we heard of people being trapped in buildings and literally their lives were at risk, and the first responders saved lives last night. So we thank our first responders. They, as everyone else is trying to get out of harm's way, they rushed into harm's way, and were very effective in minimizing the losses. Clearly, there's going to be some hard decisions that are going to have to be made by the residents and shop owners here. We recognize that. You shouldn't have to go through this once in your lifetime, but twice in 2 years is something which is just, it breaks our hearts. So, yes, we're here on behalf of the federal team. Please, the Senator Van Hollen, the Senator Sarbanes are here, and speak also for Congressman Sarbanes and Congressman Cummings. But we're part of this team, and we will use all the resources we have at the federal level to help the county, because this stretches the county's capacity, working with the state. I know Governor Hogan has already taken action. We're going to do everything we can to help the people, recognizing that this is an incredible challenge for individuals who have now gone through this twice in less than 2 years.
I want to thank County Executive Kittleman, Councilmember John Weinstein, and everybody for pulling the community together so quickly. And to the fire chief and the police chief and your whole team, all the emergency responders, thank you. I know we're still looking for a missing person, but it is almost miraculous when you have a flood of this magnitude. Others escaped. I know that there were, 300 rescues, water rescues, and the police department responded to over 1,100 calls in a 6-hour period. So thank all of you for being there 24/7. 2007. And I'm pleased to be here with Senator Cardin and Congressman Sarbanes, even under these very difficult circumstances, because Ellicott City is a community that pulls together. We saw it pull together after 2016. It was Ellicott City strong then. It's Ellicott City strong again. It is an incredibly resourceful and resilient community, and the federal delegation looks forward to working with all of you and the governor to make sure that we get as much federal resources in place to help those business owners and others recover from this devastating storm. This is a time when everybody's got to pull together, and the folks we met with from the business community here, as county executive said, I mean, they were hit hard 2 years ago. They'll have to decide the way forward. We'll honor their decisions and work with everyone here.
Well, I just want to repeat what Senator Hahn just said. Resiliency is the word. That is what characterizes Ellicott City. The homeowners here, the business owners. I guess a second flood brings resiliency plus perspective. I think that's what County Executive was alluding to a moment ago. People are going to have to make some tough decisions. I mean, people were just getting to where they thought they could catch their breath, and then here comes another flood and upends their lives in devastating ways. So we're obviously here to do as much as we can to support the recovery effort. We know that tomorrow the County Executive is going to have this Disaster Assistance Center stood up very quickly in place to help all those who've been affected. The damage assessments will happen. That information will be gathered together. Then there's an opportunity for the county and the state to seek assistance from the federal government. Obviously, we're going to do everything we can to support that. I'm one of 3 members of the House that's privileged to represent Howard County, Doug Ruppersberger, myself, and Elijah Cummings. But Congressman Cummings is really the point person on the House side of our delegation. He's already been in very close contact with the county executive. He'll be touring the area in the coming days, and he'll be our point person along with Senator Cardin and Senator Van Hollen to make sure that the federal assistance is all that it can.
Mr. Kittleman?
Okay, yes.
You've said, everyone has said you're going to support what the business owners decide to do. There's a lot of talk out there, people offering their opinions right now. Are you of the mind that the engineering can ever protect this town fully?
Again, we've done a lot of studies and a lot of ways in which we can help, and I think there are ways in which we can help mitigate that, and that's why we're doing what we're doing. So I do believe there's engineering that can be done to help. Now again, if you get 9 inches or 8 inches of rain over a 3 or 4 or 5 hour period, that's tough, and I can't guarantee what will happen with that. But I certainly think there are ways in which we can do the mitigation to help. I really do believe that. But still, if you're a business owner, property owner, you got to make that decision for yourself, and I fully respect that that's a difficult decision to make, and I respect the decision they decide to make. Before we go any farther, I see that Sheriff McMahon is here too. I appreciate him being here. We have a couple of gentlemen here who from our Swift Water Rescue. And I thought maybe you might like to hear from them. They could give you a little bit of a feel for what they have been facing over the last day or so. So you guys want to come up and maybe